Okay, I wanted to throw this together before I shut down for the night. Knowing what we know synoptically about this pattern coming up for, or the potential for the 5th and 6th. I wanted to shed some or show you this what I noticed tonight. This is the 6-hour p-type in thickness. So I'm gonna start off with the Canadian. Well, I don't want to do the ensembles, do the operational. Okay, here, this is valid. Okay, so starting 1 p.m. today. I'm going to run this through and I'm going to eventually go in a little closer here. So high pressure comes in. I mean, these are perfect. Oof, man. So it looks like that. It looks that way on the Canadian. I mean, it looks perfect. But one thing I will say here, and I'll go to the surface and go to thicknesses. We don't got the cold. I mean, it doesn't look like we have. And we go to the 850s. It's just not there. There's hints of the damming wanting to come down. The Appalachians. But as you see, as I move this forward on the Canadian here, even though we're, and I'll focus this in here a little bit more. We got the 540 line all the way back here. Okay, bring it back out. So this, in the Canadian view, it looks like we're not gonna, I mean, it's gonna be, the cold air is not gonna get in time. So that runs through, and I'll run it out through the end, and there's the 8th. I'm not there. Here's the Canadians' view of that December 9th, and we got it. I don't care. We got it. Run it through. Okay, that's the Canadian. Now, I'm going to go to the surface and the GFS. I don't want the ensemble. Why did I do that? I'm going to go to the thicknesses. Okay, so you can start out here. 1 p.m. today. Run this through and just watch the evolution of the thicknesses here. So here's 1 p.m. on the 6th. Surface temps from I-95 north and west right at freezing. Look at the 500 anomaly. We'll go from 700. And look at those 700 layer temps. 850s, plenty cold, all the way, it's I guess to 1578 in that area, and 925s, plenty cold enough. All right. So now I'm going to go back. That's right there. That's valid 4 p.m. on Monday. So I'm going to go back. Knowing what the GFS temp profile is like, I'll bring it through. Okay. This is 4 a.m. on Monday, December 6th. That's this weekend. And then go forward. And then we have this here. And then here's that signal, that system I was showing, the chances coming up out of the Gulf of Mexico. So go back. Here's, so on the per the GFS on for this so this is 7 a.m. on Monday morning, December 6th. A little bit of rain out ahead, but temps crash big time. Look at that. Look at that. That's nuts. And go back to the parameter. Nice little skiff of snow in there. I'm gonna go a little closer. Scoot this over. Go back. I mean, that's gonna be, you're talking about crashing. That's nuts. I'm gonna take a look just for giggles here. Look at the 24-hour. I mean, it doesn't look like a whole lot, but that's the GFS. I think that there's a lot more potential there for that storm. Take a look at the look at the heights on the excuse me, on the European. So I'm going to run this through. At 7 p.m. on this Friday. Watch that ridge. Watch that ridge build back. And I just saw something here. That looks like a clog, doesn't it? We're going to get clogged. We're going to get kicked with a clog, or the back end of a clog, or the heel. Watch that thing come in. This is 7 a.m. on Monday, December 6th. That coming through. Let me check the 850s. Look at that. Perfect. At 500 millibar. Look at that. 500 millibar temps. That's minus 40C, minus 25, 30C down here. 850s, 925s working in. Surface temps. Nice. Nice. I think that could be colder on the European. And the thicknesses, nice. All right, so now let's take a look at the surface here. So run this through. This is 7 p.m. Sunday the 5th. The Canadian is not as enthused with this as much as the GFS is. I should say the Canadian and the European aren't as enthused with this as much as the GFS is in regards to precip getting involved. I mean, there's still a good bit here. I mean, at this time, where's our upper air temps? It's not in. This is 10 a.m. on Monday. Where's the GFS? GFS's progression is about the same, but it's more intense behind the front. I'm going to guess the Canadian. Well, the Canadian is not far off the GFS in regards to this 10 a.m. time frame on Monday. So yeah, I know there's more upper air guidance that I need to look at, but I think just looking at the upper air, then I'll go to a North American view for this. Just looking at the upper air, and how things are progressing there. Look at that. That's European. This is 10 p.m. on Monday, December 6th. GFS, same time. Canadian, same time. Icon is well, this is actually the 18Z icon, so icon holding back a little bit, still cold. See if the JMA, I can't remember the JMA pretty much the same as the icon. UK Met doesn't have the here we go ahead, doesn't have the 850s, but in regards to the geopotential heights, same profile, and I think that's pretty much as far out. And just look at the, yeah, there, that looks like we're getting ready to get kicked with a Smurf foot. JMA's lagging a little bit now. icon. Looks good. I like the look of that ridge. Canadian. There's the boot again. I think there's more ridge there. I mean, it does build in a little bit more, but then you have another trough building down in, and kind of on the Canadian there, kind of for that December 11th time frame, which lines up with that idea of the storm coming up out of the Gulf. That's just more to look for. GFS, same time frame. They're running out. There's our 5th-6th storm. I think there's still some room for it to speed up a little bit. Yeah, man, it's not going to moderate very much after that. I think under that you still have. Go a little closer here. Under this you still have, maybe seasonal temps. Yeah, shoot, that's still in the mid upper 30s for highs. That's 7 p.m. on the 9th. So go back to North American view, back to those heights. Is it doing Northern Hemisphere? So then that moves out. Again, I don't think it's, I think the GFS is the 18Z. I think it's, you go back and look at the 12Z. You're running that through. Still about the same. You get out to the end of the run there. I think the GFS, in my opinion, has some work to do. Let's look at the European here real quick. It's 12Z. Run it through. Here's the European looks really nice, and I'm buying this based on that trough position northwest of Hawaii. And it gets pushed back. Here we go. It's a lot of cold air to seed, man. And then we get out to the end of the run. And then we're pretty much here with this profile, 500. And you look, go a little closer. It's, imagine, so yeah, surface plenty cold enough, upper air. It's actually colder at 925 than it is at 850. So that's how you can tell that you got cold air locked in at the surface. And look at the thicknesses here. Yeah. So anything that comes along that gradient is gonna, in this time period, is gonna, and like I said, I'll look at energy later on in another video, probably tomorrow or Friday. But this is extremely promising. I mean, that's all I got to say. I'm not going to look at specifics any more than what I have with the snowfall totals, especially for that 5th, 6th time frame. I think it has the potential to be a little bit more potent. But that 8th to 10th, and then I'll say 12th to 14th time frame, is especially the 8th to 10th is looking very, very promising, very, very ripe in regards to. Now I'll go to the ensembles quick, and I'll go to pressure. So this is ensemble, remember, wise mean, wise minimum. So detect, it's showing the minimum. So this is European mean. So here comes that frontal passage. It looks like in the 6th now. It's like it's sped up maybe, but I still think it may slow down. So here's moving out. Right there. Here's 1 a.m. on December 9th. There we go. Upper air temps. There we go. Thicknesses. Right, I mean, right there. Okay, let me go back to the surface pressure. Go look at the Jeffs. Run it through. This is the 18Z GFS ensemble mean. Oh, something there. A clipper coming down, coming off the Jersey coast on the 4th. Here we go. 6th, here we the frontal passage. Again, the GFS ensemble, the GFS operational is pretty aggressive with that, as is with the cold air getting in, changing over to snow, as is the GFS ensemble mean, which I think is pretty telling. So there goes the frontal passage for, I'll say, late Sunday, Monday. And here we're not out far enough on the 18Z. So here comes that 8th to 9th period. Still have a low in here. It's not as defined. Run it out through the end. So and there we go. 7 p.m. on the 9th. And go to, did I ever did the European? Yeah. Canadian. There's comes the frontal passage. Let's see what the Canadian's showing on the surface. It doesn't show it. Shows the QPF, so it could be a little bit of something. I mean, could see the Canadian and the European trend to the GFS. So we'll get through there. Here's the 8th, 9th. There you go, right there. That's a solid. Let me zoom in on that. 984 millibar low. That so that's 980. 986. 984. So that's where we are. Damn near a half an hour here. So I'm going to shut this down. Gonna get busy. Strat guidance. Let me see. Let's look at the 30 millibar. I like to look at the 30 millibar. All right, strat guidance here. Current. So looks like slate. Looks like Sunday we're going to have a split. Comes around. And you can see right there the cold coming in. Back to the 30. So there's that, and let's look to see at the end of the run what our upper air temps look like. Still cold air locked in. So still cold air locked in. We have what looks like to be some positive heights coming across, but I'm not buying that. Looks like European strat, 30 millibar. Here's a split. Rotates around. Split looks like Sunday, late Sunday. Here's the height profile below it. I think at 500 millibars, I think that lines up better than what the GFS is. Run this out through here. It almost looks like we got another warming going on. And my guess is that once this peaks, this is coming. Look at the heights. I mean, that's all ready to spill in. Look at these 850s. Look at that, still plenty cold. Go to a closer view. Hang on. Surface temps still in the 30s. .540 line. Can't ask for much more agreement than that, man. I don't know what else to say. Sorry this went as long, 31 minutes, so that's a wrap.